I'm the Commissar. We're talking Forged Alliance Forever, and you might have noticed there was a patch recently. So this is just a quick rundown for what's changed in that patch, and how it might affect your game. So, first up, strats. Strategic bombers at Tech 3 are now a lot more manoeuvrable. They turn faster, they lift faster. This just makes them generally better against SAMs and ASFs, and means that you might be a bit more likely to use them when previously you would have just resorted to massed gunships. The bomb does drop a bit further away now as a side effect of that, and that means that ACUs will actually have an easier time dodging it, but only a bit. Similar to the changes made to the Awasa experimental bomber recently, if you remember those. And they no longer have a huge auto attack range, so they won't, just take off from where you were storing them and attack some Tech 1 unit crossing from like halfway across the map and show that you've got a big bunch of strats, which was something that used to happen, really annoying. So that's been fixed. The megalith now can actively reclaim as well as just laying eggs on something, and it's had a few tweaks so that the eggs are just easier to use. Because when was the last time you used a megalith egg? Tell me in the comments below. Now, bug fixes. This is a joke, because the bug that's being fixed is the Firebeater, and the Firebeater's cloak now consumes energy. This is important because it used to be the only unit that had a cloak that didn't consume energy, and so it means they can't be rushed quite as easily in vast numbers. How do I feel about that? I'm not sure. Anything that discourages people from using Firebeaters in my book is a bad idea, but don't look at me, I'm not the balance team. Few tweaks to the Novax and Lightning Tank as bug fixes. Salem anti-torpedo flares just a little bit better now, that's quite nice. But the other two big changes are the tactical missile launcher that, as an upgrade to the ACU, it now builds much more slowly. This is only an option on Seraphim and UEF ACUs, but when you've got it, it used to be that you could fire quickly at close targets, and that was sometimes quite brutally used in comfights. So you might recall, I think it was Saints on Pyramid, we saw doing that quite recently. That's been nerfed a bit, so it now takes nearly twice as long to build. Build time was 450 ticks, now it's 700 ticks, so with the T3 suite that's down from 4.5 seconds to 7 seconds. And the minimum range of the ACU TMLs has been doubled from 15 to 30, again, specifically to make it less powerful when fighting other ACUs. And the same change has been made to the Billy, though if you were firing a Billy at range 15, something was probably wrong. And finally, the last big change, which is, in my opinion, much needed, hit points have been slightly tweaked for Tech 2 HQs, slightly increased. And the reason that's important is that Cybran HQs, they used to be killable with one tactical missile hit at T2, which made it very easy using tactical missiles to lock Cybrans out of tech, because they couldn't keep the tech to build the tactical missile defense. That's no longer the case. All Tech 2 hit points, all Tech 2 HQs have received a boost, so that now the tactical missiles take 2 hits to kill them, and so Cybrans don't have that huge glaring weakness. However, the Cybran Tech 2 HQ regenerate has been decreased, because of course all Cybran buildings regenerate, in order to make up for this increase, because previously it was much lower because it regenerated so fast. And the last thing that I'm going to mention is that if you like your games to be played so that you have to explicitly request resource sharing, so it doesn't happen automatically, that is now an option that you can enable or disable in the lobby, and that was something my trainer has been lobbying for and has finally got added to the queue, and here it is. So if you want your games to be a little more Please give me energy, Master. So it shall be. That's the patch notes. And how will it affect your game? Tell me in the comments below. And in the meantime, I hope to see you on the battlefield. I'm the Commissar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey. I will see you next time.